Hi. I don't really have a proper introduction to what this video really is because it's just really me talking. And this isn't what I'm going to be typically posting. I just feel like I should post something about what I've been thinking about lately. Because, I don't know, people usually fear being themselves because they don't want to face judgment. And I don't know, I don't really like the idea of dulling who you really are to be liked by people that don't actually like you. They just like the dulled version of yourself. I rather, even if people don't like me, I rather be liked by a few people that truly, like me for who I am. But yeah, so this is going to be a video. I'm not sure if I'm going to be posting that many videos like this, because I know this is recently I've been posting reels of, my business and stuff, and I'm going to be posting a lot of crafty and creative videos, as well as just documenting my life, because this is my channel. It's under my name. I'm just gonna be posting whatever, I want. But yeah, recently I've just been thinking about, I don't know, everything, and we're often given these limitations. These limitations are forced upon us, that you have to do, even though it's your life and you're in control of it, you have to do what's realistic. And what does that even mean? Following your passions, if it's not realistic, then it's irrational. But life itself isn't even irrational. What are we even doing here? What even is this? I really do think it's important to be who you truly are, your authentic self, because there's no one else like you. You are so special. You really are. Maybe biologically, you're just a result of your parents' genetics. But that's still, you're unique. There's no one else like you. But also spiritually, in the sense that God does exist. Wouldn't that mean we have some of God's divine essence in us? We are his creation. We are therefore a part of him, just like biologically we are a combination of our parents, And that doesn't even seem illogical to me. Of course, you don't have to believe that. I'm just, unfiltered thoughts. This is all that is, but it doesn't even seem illogical to me. And I don't even believe in the doctrine that God is a man in the sky, judging us and our every action to decide whether or not we get an eternity of doom or an eternity of bliss. Of course, if you believe that, that's totally okay. You have the ability to choose whatever you want to believe, and that's amazing. That's your subjective truth. But to me, my subjective truth is different. And that's amazing. Maybe we don't have control of our objective reality, what's tangible, the sensible, but our subjective reality, we are in complete control over that. We are in complete control of how we live our lives, what we do with our lives, what we believe, how we perceive everything. And people don't like to believe that because people like to blame things and circumstances, people, just anything aside from themselves, because people don't want to take responsibility for their own suffering. But in reality, once you do realize you're responsible for yourself, everything gets so much better. A weight gets lifted. Of course, you have to put in the work, but it's so worth it. And I was like that. I blamed everything else. I had a victim complex, but so much has changed once I, got rid of that, because it's just, I don't know. But I understand people that do. I'm not bashing them or anything. It makes sense. But there's a better way to go about things, and there's a better way to live. I don't think our existence is a coincidence. We didn't just randomly gain consciousness, this advance along the lines of I don't know, evolution. And I don't even think we're the most I don't think we're the most advanced species either. Maybe we don't know or we've never like met anything extraterrestrial or just beings beyond us. But there's no way. Our brains are so feeble, we don't even know anything. Like, our own enemy, our worst enemy is ourselves. Really. Like, we're the smartest species, and yet we're also pretty dumb, if you think about it. Like, we don't know anything. Like, we really don't. It's just us. I can't speak. It's up to us to decide what we do with our lives and just everything. And I know I said that, but it's really important to know that. Like, you are in control. The only limits you have are the limits you give yourself. And the way we're brought up and raised into the world, it really, like, just dulls who we truly are, our authentic selves. Because, you know, we're conditioned to want to, like, fit into society's, I don't know, what society depicted as, like, typical and normal, because we want to be liked. But if you're not liked for being who you truly are, what is that? It's just a facade. It's fake. I'd rather be hated by many and liked, and truly liked and loved by people that, it's like real. People love me for me instead of people liking me for something I am not. The mind is so weird. Like, the mind is so weird. I know this video is very just, like, all over the place. But, I mean, so is the mind. And I'm also drinking a lot of caffeine. So, definitely need to fix that. But the quote, "I think, therefore I am," is usually, like, thought about as, I think, therefore I know my existence is real and valid. But also, what you think is what you are. Like, if I constantly think that I hate myself and I hate everything about me, then that's my truth. Like, I think, therefore I am. But if I think that I love me, even if I don't necessarily believe it in the moment, if I just keep thinking that, like, subconsciously, that'll end up being my truth. Like, just gaslight yourself. And I don't even really like saying gaslight, even though it's, like, kind of what it is, but I don't know. You really are in control of your subjective reality. Like, you need to differentiate that. Like, in this world, maybe we're not the main characters. We're just side characters in everyone's existence. But in your own perspective, in your own world, you are the main character. And, I wouldn't even say that. You're the director. You are the director of your life. So what do you want to do with that? You can do anything. The only limits you have are the limits you give yourself. And, even though we seem so small in the vast scheme of things, like in this just incomprehensible universe, like what is going on? We're so small, right? But we're also so significant in other people's lives because we're just a product of our environment, And pretty much what raised us, like just our surrounding environment, we're a reflection of that. So therefore, the people in my environment are partly a reflection of me. So that's why it's important to be positive. Even if you don't feel like it, it's important to not really, like, project your negativity onto others because, it affects them. It really does. And then it affects the people in their environment. And then it affects the people. It's a cascade. Like, it seems like we're all really disconnected and divided, but we're so intertwined. Like, without you, the world would be different. Like, it would. It really would. Without me, the world would be different. It's often debated whether the purpose of life is a search for God or a search for self, but I don't see the distinction. Like, God is everywhere, and I don't know if I said this already, but I don't believe in the doctrine where God is a man in the sky deciding, like, judging our every action. Like, but of course, if you believe that, that's totally okay. Like, you have the ability to create your reality and whatever your subjective truth is. Like, that's totally fine. But that's, like, scary. And it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, even though this perspective of our existence is temporary, I think like, just everything is a constant. Like, we're really just the universe experiencing itself. And the meaning and purpose behind that, who knows? But we do get to create our own meaning and purpose in this perspective of our existence. Like, even though we are tangibly in two different bodies, like, our essence is the same. Like, we're all so connected. We're not really as divided as we think we are, guys. I don't know. Just rambling. But yeah. You are amazing. You are talented. And I love you.